killing off the main character was a good idea. And then also doing the same to the villain that you built up in the first one. What the hell was the point of that? It's just like they could have done it, but like I said earlier, they fucking toiletized the second movie, turned it into dog shit, and then J.J. Abrams and the writer of the third one and their crew had to basically try and attempt to run damage control for the disaster that the last director and crew caused in the second one. And I mean, honestly, the Rise of Skywalker is not very good, but it was an attempt to try and right the wrongs of the second one, and there was a lot. So I don't have as pessimistic of a view as the entire thing as some of my friends do, but we all know it could have been a lot better, and we could have made a better movie than them because we actually give a shit about it. The IP. They marveled it, Marvel-fied it, exactly. It's just like, you know, let's just make a bunch of slop that the average consumer is gonna want. Oh. Yeah, Rise of Skywalker is the third one. I have to admit that Rise of Skywalker is very, very fucking stupid, though. Like, a lot of it makes no sense. But like I said, like you're looking at an attempted damage control over one of the worst sequels that's ever been made. So like, you can't expect that much from it. It's like if someone were to like try and retcon Alien 3, or actually make something out of Alien 3 and try and make it okay, basically it's the same thing. It's like, good luck. It got so badly fucked up. You lose vision and passion to appease investors. Yep. That's how it goes. The almighty dollar. But yeah, it's like, it's a shame because, like, in The Force Awakens, you get Harrison Ford as Han Solo again, but Harrison Ford doesn't really give a shit about Star Wars, from what I understand. But then in the second one, you have Luke, who actually is passionate about the series, and then you give his character the fucking shaft to have Rey have the spotlight because of exactly what Blake just said with investors, because they know that they're getting brownie points by doing things like this. It's like, no. Fuck the main character from the previous one. We have a new character. Diversity and whatnot. Yeah, like, Mark Hamill actually cares about Star Wars, and you're just like, nah, we don't want your character to actually do anything. We want you to be a grumpy old man and to sacrifice it all toward the end of the movie. Nick, I won't agree or disagree with that or say what you said, but there's possibly strength to what you're talking about. I don't know. Mark Hamill was so disappointed that a legacy he helped build crumble before his eyes on set. Exactly. Yeah. He actually wanted it to be something cool, and he wanted to fully participate in it. But whoever the dickhead director and writers of the second movie were just like, no. He had to come up with a fucked up backstory in his head to justify the stupid shit they had him do on screen. They're like, why would Luke do these things? It makes no sense. Yeah, they mischaracterized him. Yes, they wouldn't. Why are there multiple entry points it wants me to go to? What the hell? Wait, is this emitting poison gas at me? No, but I always thought, like, you build up Rey as the, you know, the hero, subvert the expectations of the audience by making her do what Luke avoided, which is go to the dark side. Join Kylo Ren as the second, and then have Finn and Luke battle them as Jedi versus Sith at the end of the third one, and win them back. That would have been way more compelling of a story. You gonna peep the Xbox showcase. Finally gonna get an update on Gears E-Day. You fucks with Gears? I never actually played it. I mean, I think it's cool. That's more of a Jake question than me. He's him and Reese are much more into by much more into it. I mean, they actually played all of them. They're pretty committed to it. In fact, Stooner, who just hopped off stream, he's into it too. But I'm probably not gonna look into the Xbox showcase thing. There's not really going to be much of interest on it anyway. Like, I feel like Microsoft has completely given up on Xbox being the dominant force it was back in 2007 through 16 or whatever it was. Especially when their flagship franchise hasn't actually been given the love it deserves since like fucking 2009, I would argue. Sam Witwer is our chosen disciple, though. All is cool so far, and Andor is so good, so it's not a dead franchise. You just need vision. Bro, the new CEO is making moves. I hear that, actually. I hear that she's trying to make it more like it was before. I mean, they changed their logo back to, you know, that kind of kind of like neon green, old school Xbox. Like, this is supposed to be like out of this world, alien, like in the place we're in right now. Yeah, I've actually never seen any of the new Star Wars series, like Mandalorian and whatnot. I wouldn't be opposed to it. It's just like not on a list of priorities for me. Correctly, can't even talk today. Hitting them with these things is the way to go. Oh. I mean, it's just like, where do they go from here? That's kind of the thing. Is just like, the best experience in Halo you're gonna get is doing Halo 3 Sunrise matchmaking right now. And that's a game that came out in 2007. So it's just like, kind of already peaked. And I think we were fortunate to have grown up in the era where, you know, a lot of these games were popular. In the era where Call of Duty was still good. Oh, what the fuck? God damn. I'm gonna have to pause to read that. Watched a lot of videos about how there's a psyop in making out media all slop, but also hopeless and morally dark for the wrong reasons. That takes stories like Star Wars, a classic good versus evil type, and fuck over its message of good triumphing over evil. Like they take Luke and make him a loser, which they trample all over the message and stomp on his legacy, thereby making people believe there's no such thing as good. People are shit and it's all hopeless, so why bother trying to be good? Ruin the legacy of heroes we grew up with to affect the masses. I totally believe that, honestly. I not one of those things do I have any doubt about. There are people out there that have a vested interest in making sure we perceive things as negatively as possible. We're easier to control that way if we fear things and don't have hope. Keep them hopeless and angry. Exactly. That is basically what the news and social media are designed to do. Oh, fuck. Then not only that, you add the extra element of like TikTok and brain rot, and they're like, keep them hopeless, angry, and stupid, so they don't question anything. Never thought we would get into a social philosophical discussion while I'm playing a Star Wars game, but there you have it. Have them idolize sex and violence. Shit is insane. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's like you, and I've argued this multiple times that like I think subtlety is really the way to combat the insane amount of overstimulation that we get. It's like, think about, is anything shocking anymore other than like seeing literal murder on video? And even then, there's some people that are desensitized to that. I think we fucking eliminate half the shit that exists like that people just sit there and consume inadvertently or purposefully, and go back to more of a subtle way of doing things, and things might not be so bad. So now people are unable to appreciate subtlety because all they know is overstimulation and desensitization. And not only that, it's just like, I mean, the term godless, I don't mean doesn't follow a religion. I mean, there's something that's missing for them to actually go towards. A god, in my opinion, however you want to look at it, could be a goal. People don't even have that. And then they fall back to idolizing celebrities, which are so detached from the condition that the people idolizing them live in. And it's just like they have nothing to live for other than, hey, look, this celebrity did this thing. Cool. And it's just like, who fucking cares? Find something to do. But yeah, like it's, and if you wanna talk about it like in an actual godless sense, where no one believes in anything, what happens is that things replace those gods that once were believed in. Politics. That becomes the new god.